Hey, good news. Tony Danza is working again. Yeah. Tony Danza will return with a reboot of Who's the Boss? Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but when Tony Danza is in a TV show, he always plays a dumb character named Tony. Yeah. But that's okay. You know, when I do a radio show, I always play a dumb character named Carroll. It works out. Yes, I don't have to think about it. Oh, well, let's see. Now, this is summer in the Northern Hemisphere, which means it's winter down under in Australia and in South America and other points in the Southern Hemisphere. And, well, the Australian city of Melbourne had a rare snowstorm. Yeah, unusual. Yeah, well, to give you an idea how cold it is in Australia right now, yeah, a kangaroo was seen weather stripping its pouch. Yeah, that'd make it pretty darn cold there, yeah. Oh, well, let's see. Today is Root Beer Float Day. Yeah, I like a root beer float. And it's also Fresh Breath Day. A root beer float will give you fresh breath. Yes. One of the things learned, wearing a facial covering in public. Yeah, beware of what you have for lunch. Too many onions, too much garlic. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a captive audience there for you. Yeah, and not good. Birthdays today, we have a few we can celebrate. Actor, director Peter Bonaires is 82. He was on the Bob Newhart show, the one where Bob was a psychologist. Yeah, actor Luis Sorel is 80. Actor Ray Buktanika is 77. Actor Dorian Harewood, 70. Actress Stephanie Kramer, 64. She played opposite Fred Dryer on the TV show Hunter. Actor Faith Prince, 63. Singer Randy DeBarge of DeBarge is 62. Actor Leland Orser, 60. Actor Michelle Yeoh is 58. Actor Jeremy Ratchford, 55. Actor Benito Martinez, 52. Actor Marin Dungay is 49. Jerry Halliwell, one of those Spice Girls, is 48. Actor Jason O'Mara, 48. Actor Vera Farmiga is 47. Actor Soleil Moon Frye is 44. Punky Brewster. Actor Melissa George is 44. Actor, singer Leslie Odom Jr. is 39. Okay. He's in Hamilton, among other things. There you go. The big shot birthdays. We've got local birthdays coming up.
Happy, happy birthday, Clappy. Join us as we celebrate. Clap your hands and dance around. Have a laugh and eat some cake. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. You're so great. It's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. Hey, why not? Yay!
We've got happy birthday wishes going out today to A.J. Silva, Oscar Garcia, Jonah Carter Ibarra, Kennedy Pecto, Arturo Tamayo, Juan Villegas Jr., Tammy Foy, Socorro Guzman, Ashley Caldwell, Carmen Betancourt, Chris Weeks, David McLean, Marcos Ceja, and Audrina Caldwell. Happy birthday from KXO. Well, happy birthday. Let's see. According to a London newspaper, Prince Charles had a fight with his mother, Queen Elizabeth. And there was yelling and shouting. And there was an awkward moment when Charles yelled, "Who died and made you, boss?" Yeah. Difficult times in the castle. Yes. Oh, well. And let's see. Oh, in the world of science, scientists have discovered a new colony of 500,000 penguins in Antarctica. How do you hide 500,000 penguins? Apparently, they were hidden. Yeah, just discovered. And the scientists are a bit concerned. They are saying if 500,000 penguins at the South Pole synchronize their waddling, it could knock our planet off its axis. Yeah, something else to worry about, right? That's all you needed. Okay. What we've got is news. Yeah, coming up, we're going to start off with a look at World in California news headlines right now. Brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. It's Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
California headline news. Hours before TV news helicopters showed dozens of revelers at a Holmby Hills mansion celebrating a wedding Wednesday night. LA Mayor Eric Garcetti vowed to begin shutting off water and power to large house parties violating social distancing rules.
While we have already closed all nightclubs and bars, these large house parties have essentially become nightclubs in the hills.
Garcetti noting that 70% of all new cases in the area are now aged 50 years and younger. State lawmakers considering legislation that would require employers to report a COVID-19 outbreak at a workplace within 24 hours of finding out that someone had been exposed.
Although currently employers must report fatalities and serious incidents, it is only recommended that employers report infections.
Bill sponsor Assemblywoman Elise Gomez-Reyes. She says the bill would give people time to take necessary precautions. Upper 70s today in Los Angeles, 106 in El Centro, 91 in Bakersfield, 100 in Borrego Springs. Jeff Scott, California News.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity premium system to keep your home cool and comfortable. You'll get maximum efficiency thanks to advanced technology and helping to significantly reduce your energy bill. Plus, you can stay connected via our Wi-Fi-enabled touchscreen thermostat. Yeah, every York unit is designed, engineered, and assembled in the United States and backed by industry-leading warranties, and affordable financing options are available. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system. Contractor's license 696-216.
CBS News Update. The number of people signing up for unemployment benefits fell slightly last week to a little under 1.2 million. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger says the Labor Department will release the full month snapshot tomorrow.
Range of estimates are all over the place, from a loss of 1 million jobs up to gains of more than 3 million jobs. The unemployment rate is expected to slide below 11%, but what is clear is that the labor market recovery has slowed down and perhaps stalled in some areas of the nation as the virus dictates the path of the economy.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tells CNBC lawmakers will resolve their differences and agree to a new stimulus package. Day 11 of talks set to resume between the White House and congressional negotiators. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell calls it
a second straight week of political theater from our Democrat colleagues with no result.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
And World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock Air Conditioning, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
With interest rates at all-time lows, now is the time to own the home of your dreams. Our team is here for you to come and check out our spacious homes with large lots. Phase 37 is sold out, but Phase 38 is now available for sale, and the home of your dreams is waiting for you. Vista del Valle, the premier community in Imperial, with wide streets, a neighborhood park, new home community located in the highly rated Imperial School District. Vista del Valle, where strangers become friends, families bond, and houses become homes. Located at the intersection of Austin and Brewer Road in Imperial. Models will be shown by appointment only. Call Terry Lynn Minville at 760-791-2368. That's 760-791-2368 to set up your viewing. Come, visit us today. Vista del Valle.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. with 2 locations in the valley, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. The 4th Appellate District Court of Appeals denied a Michael Abadi petition for a rehearing in his case against the IID. The court issued the decision Wednesday after Abadi's attorneys had asked for the court to reconsider the decision they handed down on July 16th that reaffirmed that the Imperial Irrigation District owns the water rights for the valley. The ruling reversed a 2017 ruling by Imperial County Superior Court Judge L. Brooks Anderholt that found in Abadi's favor. The original suit was filed by Abadi and others as a challenge to the IID's Equitable Distribution Plan of 2013. IID Board President Norma Sierra Galindo said, in response to the petition for rehearing, the court clarified some language of the original decision and said, our attorney's initial response is that the changes make it even stronger in favor of the district. And speaking of the district, the IID hit a new energy peak. George Gale has more.
It happened during the recent excessive heat wave, with temperatures reaching 116 degrees at around 5 p.m. Friday, July 31st. The new all-time demand for power from the Imperial Irrigation District's power system rose to 1,106 megawatts, surpassing the previous energy peak by 33 megawatts, which was set in June 2017. A peak is considered to be the highest demand for energy system-wide at a single point in time. Energy manager Marilyn Del Bosque Gilbert said despite the increase in temperatures and the strain on the electrical grid, IID was able to meet the customer demand. Still, customers are being asked to do their part in reducing the load on the electrical system, set thermostats at 78 degrees, avoid using major appliances such as washers, dryers, and dishwashers between the peak hours of 4 and 8 p.m. Use floor or ceiling fans and turn them off when you leave the room and block the sun from overheating your home. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News time is 7:42. It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price. Guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less. Well, in other news, Imperial County Fire Department and several other agencies are battling a brush fire at Finney Lake near Calipatria. The structures are threatened and have been evacuated. A third alarm has been issued. Again, that's at Finney Lake near Calipatria. Well, facilities have received donations. George Gale explains.
From California Health and Wellness, they are supporting 3 local skilled nursing facilities with donations of personal protective equipment. Imperial Manor, Imperial Heights Healthcare and Wellness, and Valley Convalescent Center will each receive thousands of surgical gowns, 3-ply face coverings, latex gloves, a medical-grade N95 mask, and medical face shields. They say the donations will help safeguard the patients as well as the facility staff. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And a reminder, southbound traffic at the Calexico West Port of Entry, that would be downtown Calexico, it's going to be rerouted starting Monday. It'll continue for a year. Vehicles will be rerouted to temporary lanes to accommodate the construction of canopies and inspection booths on the permanent southbound private vehicle roadway to Mexico. That's it for page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro and in Brawley. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
O'Reilly. This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, traffic has been crazy lately, right? And rush hour? Forget it. Nobody wants to let you merge onto the highway. But hey, somebody let you merge or you wouldn't be there, so drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's page 2 of the local news, page 2 and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning. Well, the Imperial County Public Health Department released COVID-19 update numbers late yesterday. According to the update, there are now 9,546 individuals who have tested positive
CBS
for
News
the
update. The number of people
coronavirus
signing
in
up for
Imperial
unemployment
Valley.
benefits
Of
fell
those,
slightly last week to a little under
431 have recovered. The death toll has risen to 234. And according to the county, there are currently 881 active cases of COVID-19 in the valley. Meanwhile, the state has some issues with their dashboard. George Gale explains.
They were announced by the California Department of Public Health. They said they were experiencing technology issues with the electronic laboratory reporting system, reporting in the state's disease surveillance database, or CalReady. The database is used to manage COVID-19 data for the state of California. These issues, thought to have begun around July 25th, may have resulted in lower than actual COVID-19 case numbers being reported statewide. To address the issue, State Health Department has deployed a strike team of data experts to fix the problem and better understand the overall impact of the issues. Protocols have been put in place for the laboratories to report directly positive cases directly to local public health departments to ensure ongoing case investigation and contact tracing activities. The issues had no impact on diagnosis or treatment of patients. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And a reminder, Rutherford Road is closed between Brant and Hoveley Roads for road rehabilitation. That closure in effect through tomorrow. And you might expect some traffic issues near Finney Lake. As we pointed out earlier, firefighters battling a 3-alarm brush fire at the Finney Lake area near Calipatria. Well, some teens have been arrested. George Gale explains.
They are suspected of strong-armed robbery. Officials say at around 9:30 Monday night, a 2016 Dodge Challenger drove up to a man in front of an apartment complex on Roses Street in Calexico. The man was held at gunpoint while the suspects took his wallet. The vehicle drove away southbound on Andrade Avenue. Calexico police notified other agencies of the incident. About 2 hours later, a sheriff's deputy spotted the vehicle on Ocotillo Avenue in El Centro. Local police were called for assistance. 4 teens were found in the vehicle, 19-year-old female and 3 males, 18 to 19 years of age. They were taken to the Calexico Police Department, where the victim positively identified all 4. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
KXO News Time is 7:49.
David H. West Insurance is announcing Covered California has extended their enrollment period until August 31st. Because of COVID-19, enrollment has doubled from last year. David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in the Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right choice and what fits your budget. Don't hesitate. Call David H. West Insurance today and make an appointment at 760-352-4600. 352-3411. That's 352-3411.
The National Weather Service says high pressure is shifting east of the area through early next week, and this small pattern realignment will allow temperatures to cool a few degrees through the end of this week, albeit still remaining slightly above normal. Somewhat hotter temperatures will return to much of the region over the weekend and into next week. Yesterday's high, 110. The low, 80. Wind gusts peaked at 28 miles an hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 105. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 73. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Winds will decrease after midnight. Friday, sunny with a high near 105, southwest wind about 5 miles an hour. It'll be sunny on Saturday with a high near 107, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 109 and light wind. And right now downtown, we're looking at 85 degrees, 20% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 20 to 25 miles an hour. Your border wait, they're telling me right now, no waiting downtown. Eastport at any of the gates downtown. Eastport, a 40-minute wait, no waiting. Century, 30 minutes. Ready Lane, it's an hour at Andrade. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful for the support they hear from the job they're doing and being highly rated with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you to ease the pain and fix your vehicle as fast as possible. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies, so give them a call or stop by at 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
It's sports time, and let's take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard. The Phillies and the Yankees played a twin bill, 7 innings per game. The Phillies won the first game 11-7. The Yanks came back in the nightcap with a 3-1 victory. In other action, the Marlins blanked the Orioles 1-0. It was the Mets 3, the Nationals 1. The Red Sox shut out the Rays 5-0. Twins topped the Pirates 5-2. The Indians, they bageled the Reds 2-0. Blue Jays nipped the Braves 2-1. Meanwhile, in the nightcap, the Marlins edged the Orioles 2-1. Cubs pounded the Royals 6-1. Brewers blanked the White Sox 1-0. It was the Giants 4, the Rockies 3. Diamondbacks powered up, topped the Astros 14-7. The A's 6, Rangers 4. Mariners nipped the Angels 7-6. And the Dodgers, they beat the Padres 7-6.
Del Rio Country Club invites you to come play golf. The course is in fine shape. Yes, it's a little warm right now, but they're open early 7 days a week. Bring your friends, grab a cart, and enjoy the day. Del Rio Country Club is still offering 5 rounds for $125. Now that's a deal. You just have to use them by September 30th, 2020. Del Rio Country Club is also following all CDC guidelines to keep you and their staff safe. To make a tee time for Saturday or Sunday morning, please call 760-344-0085. That's 344-0085.
And in the NBA, the Jazz jumped on the Grizzlies 124-115. 76ers topped the Wizards 107-98. And the Nuggets 132, the Spurs 126. And Tiger Woods, yeah, you remember him. Well, Tiger says he may make a rare putter switch today when the PGA Championship begins at TPC Harding Park in San Francisco. We will have updates starting today through the weekend on the PGA Championship. We'll let you know what putter Tiger is using. I know you're holding your breath. And that's it for Sports Time. This is a tough time to be in business. COVID-19 has forced many to change the way they operate, but still, they are operating by curbside pickup, online, or by delivery. Patronize your favorite local stores and restaurants. For a list of Valley businesses and services ready to serve you safely, go to the Imperial Valley Business Recovery Task Force website at www.ivbizrecovery.com. That's ivbizrecovery.com. These businesses are still here to serve you. It's time for financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by the Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. U.S. stocks are showing lackluster trading at the start of today's session, even though a weekly snapshot of the labor market showed less Americans filed for unemployment benefits than had been forecast, easing concerns about the recent impact of a resurgence of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. The Dow Jones Industrial Average off about 26 points on early trading. The S&P 500 down 4 points. The NASDAQ Composite off about 12 points. A day after the sharpest gain for the Dow in about 3 weeks, markets were showing more muted moves early today. The number of Americans filing for jobless benefits for the week ended August 1st came in at a 3-week low of 1.1 million, a decline of 250,000 from the previous week. In other news, congressional lawmakers are struggling to strike a deal on a fresh round of coronavirus relief for those Americans out of work. The Trump administration yesterday floated the idea of taking executive action if Democrats and Republicans aren't able to reach a compromise on providing further assistance to those worst hit by the viral pandemic. Meanwhile, signs of a growing U.S.-China tensions were evident as U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo asked American companies to consider withholding their apps from phones made by China's Huawei Technologies. Those comments came as the U.S. has threatened to ban China-owned entertainment application TikTok unless Microsoft can strike a deal to buy all or part of the company from ByteDance. Elsewhere, the Bank of England held its benchmark interest rate steady and said the UK economy will take until the end of 2021 to make up the ground lost during the pandemic.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up, they'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 105. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 73. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Those winds will decrease after midnight. Friday will be sunny with a high near 105, southwest wind about 5 miles per hour. We have 87 degrees downtown, 20% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 20 to 22 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
CBS News is coming up next. Local news, when and where it happens, throughout the day on AM 1230.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kaith, and dramatic new coronavirus information in one state. CBS's Jim Crisula tells us contact tracing uncovered some troubling findings.
At least 50 bars and restaurants across Ohio have been linked to COVID-19 outbreaks since July 1st. That's 6 times more than any other locations. Republican Governor Mike DeWine signed an emergency order ending liquor sales statewide at 10 p.m., citing bars as a significant source of spreading coronavirus. Also since July 1st, 11 coronavirus outbreaks in Ohio were traced to daycares, 8 were traced to churches, and 4 were linked to schools or universities. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti is threatening to shut off the power and water to homes where large parties are being held in violation of local pandemic rules.
We don't show up and suddenly shut people's water and power off, but the city provides that to places that are in criminal violation of public health orders. We have the right to be able to make sure that more lives are not lost.
The government says 1.2 million people filed for unemployment benefits last week. It's the 20th straight week they have topped at least 1 million. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger tells us
the total number of people claiming benefits in all programs, including those self-employed and gig workers, that number actually increased by 1.3 million to 32 million.
House Speaker Pelosi tells CNBC she's confident lawmakers will work out their differences and pass a new round of virus relief. She says money has to go to those who need it most. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro tells CBS This Morning President Trump today will sign an executive order on prescription drugs.
It sweeps away some of the regulatory barriers to traditional manufacturing of pharmaceuticals on our shores here, and innovation so we can keep drugs prices down.
Mr. Trump goes to Ohio today, seen as a key state in November. A college professor who has publicly picked the winner of every presidential election since 1984 has made a call for the 2020 election. Alan Lichtman analyzes 13 key factors.
Keys predict that Trump will lose the White House.
He says Joe Biden takes 7 of those keys, Mr. Trump 6, in what should be a close election. In Treasure Island, Florida, a 47-year-old man's been arrested for getting in the face of a child who was wearing a face mask and refused to take it off. Spit from the man ended up on the child. He claimed he had the virus. Not clear that he does. Wall Street, the Dow is down about 5 points. This is CBS News.
Brought to you by Capital One. Capital One's banking app lets you manage your money anytime, anywhere. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A.
At CBS News, our mission is to provide you with the facts you need to stay safe and informed. CBS This Morning and the CBS Evening News continue to deliver the latest news and developments on the COVID-19 outbreak. You can watch our free streaming service, CBSN, 24/7 at our website or on your phone using the CBS News app. Right now, we know you have a lot of questions and are looking for answers, and we want you to know CBS News is here to help you make sense of it all.
At Walgreens, we know summer may look a little different this year. That's why we've made it easier to enjoy the moments you do make with new ways to shop. With shop online and pick up in our drive-thru, or quick same-day delivery on select items with Postmates, you can keep summer going. This week, find great deals like buy one sun care item from your favorite brands like Banana Boat, get one 50% off. Walgreens. Offer valid with card while supplies last. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
A member of the famously financial Buffett family has died, as we hear from CBS's Deborah Rodriguez.
Warren Buffett's big sister has died. Doris Buffett's favorite line was, "Warren loves to make money, and I love to give it away." While he ran Berkshire Hathaway, he recruited Doris to sift through requests for financial help. Everything from dental work, legal bills, and custody cases to wheelchairs and car repairs. Her Sunshine Lady Foundation helped distribute tens of millions of dollars to groups committed to educating prison inmates, battered women, and low-income teenagers. She shunned what she called SOBs, symphonies, ballets, and operas. Her family says Doris Buffett died at her home in Rockport, Maine. She was 92. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Author Shirley Ann Grau has died at 91. She won a Pulitzer Prize for The Keepers of the House in 1965. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
No child in Imperial County should go hungry. This is John Levada for the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Living in a food-insecure home makes it difficult for children to perform efficiently in school and to face the challenges of being a child. I urge you to help these kids. Donate to the Food Bank's Backpack Program. Recipients are children who rely on school meals and risk going hungry on weekends when they're away from school. The IV Food Bank Backpack Program. Donate online at ivfoodbank.org.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.